As the eldest and only daughter in a Caribbean household, I've held responsibility and leadership as my second skin. But now I've discovered the beauty in vulnerability and the grace of finally letting go. Embracing time for myself, cultivating self-care, and expressing myself through the clothes that I wear. Today, let's step into the power of being a softer and more gentle woman and girl.
It's your favorite Empress. Welcome back to another episode of the Empress Talks Series. I'm LaDanya, and over here they call me Empress Moxie. We're going to be diving into the topic of how to actually be in your energy of receiving, basically being a soft girl, letting your shoulders down, all of those types of things. In last week's episode of the Empress Talk series, I made a video about how to have a soft life while also having a 9 to 5 or working in corporate America. I noticed that I neglected to talk about how to actually be a soft girl if that's not in your nature, because a lot of us have had to develop that character within us. Me, for example, being the eldest daughter, the only daughter to Caribbean parents, I grew up in a household of boys. So being soft wasn't really in my dictionary until about 5 years ago. I've been the person in charge. I'm the one who organizes everything for my brothers. I'm the one who makes sure that they're disciplined as much as possible. I'm the one who calls the shots. I'm the one who is the manager of the household, hence my name. My name is LaDoña. In Spanish, La Doña means a woman of high regard, high ranks, and respect. So she's basically the lady Don. I'm a Don, I'm a boss. And that's how I show up in my household. Whenever I'm in that energy, though, it doesn't always leave space for me to be soft or in a space to receive and allow others to lead me. So I had to learn how to become soft. And that's why I found today's video important. So let's talk about it. I'm going to be reading these points from my laptop. So if you see me look down, that is why. Let's dive right in. Number one is going to be time management. How are you going to be a soft girl or a woman if you're always rushing, if you're always unprepared, if you always look unprepared, honey? The truth is, in any area of life, you have to stay prepared so you don't need to get prepared. Rule number one for being a soft girl. Okay, with time management, the importance is taking your time so that you can actually be present in your body. Take your time to breathe. Take your time to think. Take your time to move. Just do everything with ease. It helps you a lot. It's not just about how you're going to look to the outside world, it's how you're going to feel within yourself. Being prepared is going to go alongside planning. Something super important for me to stay prepared and always plan is going to be my planner. And yes, this is an ad. Hello, I've been using passion planners since 2017, thanks to the UNCF program, the United Negro College Fund. I had a scholarship from them, which was $5,000 every semester for 4 years. And they introduced us to this planner called the Passion Planner. Using the Passion Planner, you can plan your week, you can plan your month, you can plan your year. You also have sections of the planner where you can write out things that you look forward to that week, your priority of that week. You can also journal using this planner. It's a multi-faceted planner and you can do so much with it. Alongside my passion planner, I also use tools like my calendar on my phone and my reminder app, because sometimes I do get forgetful and do not open the physical planner. If you're a digital planner type of person though, I also have some perks for you, because I have a discount where you can get either or. You can get the physical version of the passion planner or the digital version. So go ahead and use my code for 10% off of your passion planner orders. You will not regret it. I had a track record and experience with the planners prior to getting into the ambassador program. If you want to help your sister out, help me buy some cat food. Use the code and get you a planner. Number two is going to be self-care and non-negotiables. With self-care as a soft girl, this is all about letting go of your need to be in control, letting go of your need to be the dictator for every single thing occurring around you. You don't always have to be the leader, the one calling the shots. That was something I had to learn multiple times, y'all. My journey of becoming less anxious, my journey of dropping my shoulders, basically surrendering and accepting help, asking for help, right? So, in my self care routine and non negotiable is going to be letting go of the need to be in control. That means you're letting go of the need to know everything, you're letting go of the need to micromanage. Alongside this, in your self care routine and non negotiables, is going to be never abandoning yourself. Yes, you're letting go of control. Yes, you're trying to prioritize ease, but it's going to be a non negotiable in this self care routine to not abandon yourself. It doesn't matter how hard it gets, it doesn't matter what's going on around you, what people say, regardless of what's going on, you should always have yourself as a priority first. And some people might call it selfish, some people might call it this or that. But as women, we show up for everyone all the time before we even show up for ourselves. I know this personally as the oldest sister. I'm looking out for my brothers. I'm looking out for everybody before I think about myself majority of the time. Sometimes if I'm even buying food, even if I know my brother's not going to be home yet, I'm calling him and asking him, "Hey, what do you want to eat?" before I even think about what I want to eat. It's so programmed, it's so etched in our brain to put everyone else's needs and feelings and everything in front of our own. But it's important to not abandon ourselves though. Next is going to be prioritizing rest, of course. Resting, girl, go to sleep. Put the phone down, close your eyes, give yourself time to be rejuvenated. Give yourself time to relax. Like I said, this is all about dropping your shoulders. I'm aware that you want to meet your goals. I'm aware that you want the best life. I'm aware that you want to be abundant. I'm aware that you want to win. Okay? But in order for you to win and have a stable mind, a healthy body, you have to prioritize rest. You have to prioritize your wellness alongside the journey and hustle and bustle. You have to. That's how you do the soft girl life. You make sure you're also healthy, your mind is right, and your body is right. This is all about prioritizing pouring back into yourself. Pour back into yourself by sleeping more on the days that you're off. Prioritize pouring back into yourself by trying out new self care routines. Get a face mask. Try out new things that pour back into you that you like, your artistic abilities. If you've always wanted to know how to sew like me, go ahead and join a sewing class. If you've always wanted to know how to play tennis, join tennis. That's not only a self care routine, that's also a non negotiable that goes alongside not abandoning yourself. Final on the list for self care and non negotiables is going to be working smarter, not harder. This means outsourcing for help and finding alternative routes that are not going to take up too much of your energy and time. Listen to me. Do you think when I'm at work, I'm working all 9 hours around the clock? No. I don't even want to tell you how many hours out of that nine I'm actually doing hardcore work because it's probably not even five. I'm not going to hold you. I work smart. I plan out, again, planning is going to come into this. I plan out what I'm going to do the minute I get into work. I look at my calendar, I look at my to do list, and I decide the best course of action. What's going to take the least amount of time, but still be efficient and still give good quality, but also not put too much pressure on my body, too much pressure on my brain. That's the route I take all the time, and that's the route you should take. And when it comes to outsourcing, I'm talking about things like hiring a house cleaner if you can afford it, using grocery delivery services on the days that you're too busy to actually go to the store in person, things like that. You want to outsource and you want to find means to maximize the amount of time you have for yourself, your needs, and your wellness. Okay? Next section is all about relationships and friendships. You have to surround yourself with people that you can trust and rely on. That is super important. You can't be the only one that everyone can depend on. You can't be the only one everyone can call when there's an issue. You should be able to find somebody to do the same in your life. You have to have people who reciprocate. Reciprocate means give and take, give and take. Both of you are given the same amount and taking the same amount from each other. So only allow people around you that you trust and people who can make good decisions. Don't ever feel like it's a burden. I have to repeat this because this is something as somebody who always does everything for herself, I can relate to. Sometimes if I ask other people to help me, I feel like I'm asking for too much. I feel like, oh, what if they think I'm like, I don't know, overbearing or whatever the term may be, right? When you have people in your life that you trust, when you have people in your life that care about you, they want to show up for you. They want to do things for you because they care about you. A good example of this for me was when my brother died. One of my brothers passed away in 2021. And I had a bunch of my friends come to my house every other day during that first few months. And they would bring me food. They would try to take me out of the house to go to the park so I wouldn't just be locked up in the house and depressed. I initially felt weird about talking about death to my friends because I don't know, not everybody understands how that feels unless they go through it. That's a situation where you have to go through. But the more that they showed up for me, the more that I felt better and I understood what friendship was, what it meant to have people in your life that reciprocated and actually cared for me. So that's a non negotiable now. That's an understanding that I have as a soft girl. Like, people should show up for me like that. I do deserve that because I would show up for them like that because I care about them and I trust them to do that because they're consistent in doing that. That's important. The consistency of those people wasn't even only when my brother died. They were there other times in my life. They were there for my graduation. They were there for the good times when I got my first car. They were there when I got my college admissions. They were there for everything else. They're there all the time. And they're consistent and they're intentional when they're doing it. So that's why I can trust them. That might help you to drop your shoulders. I'm just elaborating to help you understand in case you can relate to what I'm saying. Don't carry all of the weight by yourself. Other people want to help you lighten the load. They really do, and they're happy doing it. You have to remember that there is power in vulnerability as human beings. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to receive help. When you receive help proudly, it lifts so much off of you. You don't even have an issue asking for it after that. Another example of how I ask for help is gonna be anytime I'm traveling and I know, oh my God, I packed my carry-on suitcase a little bit too heavy and I don't want to lift it and risk getting a hernia, is going to be me looking for the most suitable male on any aisle seat and being like, excuse me, sir, my suitcase is a little bit heavy. Can you please help me put it up? Men are always willing to help. Let me tell you. They are always willing to lift something because that's just them. You don't have to carry all of the weight, and it's okay to ask for help because there are people who are willing to give you the help. Now, on the matter of trust, when it comes to these friendships and relationships, where how do you get to the point of trusting individuals to show up for you when you're wanting to be in a space of receiving? It's good to not be dumb and naive in these events. That's where your intuition comes in, your discernment, your way of judging. Okay? You have to pay attention to the patterns. Human beings are cyclical. Cycle. That's the root word. Okay? So we do things in cycle. We have patterns and behaviors. That's why it takes a while for people to change. You have to be super intentional to change. So if you want to know if somebody can show up for you in that space where you're being vulnerable, where you want to receive, where you finally want to drop your shoulder and be soft, you have to pay attention to them for real. Observe them, observe people. Also, during this time, it's going to be great practice for you to be less controlling because you're going to allow people to show up as they are. You're going to allow them, let them. Have you heard that let them theory? I've heard it before. It's this, I forgot the lady's name. She said, the let them theory is basically allowing people to do exactly what they want to do because that's who they are. And don't get confused about it. Because human beings, like I said, are cyclical. They have patterns of behavior. And if that's the pattern of behavior they are currently in, if that's the pattern they're showing you, why are you choosing to be confused? Take it as it is. It might be saddening, it might be upsetting, disappointing because you expected different. But not everyone is you. Not everyone's going to show up how you expect them. And they have a right to be who they are. And you also have a right to not accept that. And that's why you let them show up as they are, so you can decide if they're somebody you could trust. So you can decide if they're reliable, if they're somebody you can be vulnerable with and be in the energy of softness and receiving, right? Use discernment. And it's okay. Not everybody's going to be in your life. You have to also be picky. There are times in my life where I just disappear, like right now. Everybody is asking me, where's your Instagram? I can't find your Instagram. Where's your TikTok? I can't find your TikTok. I'm not in the mood to talk. The people who have my number, those are the people who should reach out to me. Outside of that, you can find me on YouTube. What do you want? You have to be picky. As a soft woman, as a soft girl, living in a life of ease, you have to be picky because not everybody should be around you regardless. Some people are just here to drain you. Some people want to take advantage of your gifts. Some people don't deserve to be near you in the first place. So it's okay if they show up as they are and it hurts you. It's okay if they show up as they are. It's okay if they show up as they are and you get disappointed. Leave space for those who deserve to be there. Another thing is going to be embracing your uniqueness and your weird parts when it comes to these relationships and friendships. This is going to tell apart and pick apart who needs to stay, who relates to you, who accepts you as you are. You don't need to chase and you don't need to change to keep anyone in your life. Period. Next, for being a soft girl, dropping your shoulders and being in a space of receiving is going to be about decorating your vessel. Your vessel is your body. Okay? Express yourself. Just like I said a second ago, show your weird, unique parts. Express yourself through the way that you dress. This is going to help a lot because when you are accepting of yourself and your uniqueness and you show up that way, you actually have a glow about you. And people actually admire that, believe it or not. I'm aware that some people want to, what's the word? Assimilate and be like the other girls you see online or whatever. But listen, just be yourself. Decorate, wear what you want. Fashion is subjective, okay? Just like art. Try the outfits that you think are cute. Don't worry about what's trending. Wear what you like. Put on the perfume you think smells good. Put on the lotion that makes you feel the softest. Use the product that you like the most for your body. Go ahead, test it out, okay? I'm not gonna tell you, oh, don't wear this or that. You wear what makes you feel happy. You wear what makes you feel confident. Just make sure you're doing it for yourself. I also mentioned this in the Live a Soft Life 9 to 5 video. When you dress up, you feel good. And when you feel good, you're productive. And when you're productive, life continues in the area of fulfillment for us. It goes a long way. Dressing up, wearing things that makes us feel good, it stimulates us mentally and it heightens our mood. It keeps us up here in this vibration instead of down here. Okay? Color theory is also important if you're into that type of thing. Don't be like me and wear a lot of black. I wear black because black is easy. It's not because I'm depressed. It's because I'm a little bit lazy. Okay? But I'm working on that right now, like I said. I'm working on wearing more colors, especially because it's spring and summer. It's more sunny outside. So dress up, dress for the weather, dress for your inner child, for yourself, for what you like and what you're feeling. Okay, and those are my tips for being a soft girl. I hope you found this video helpful. I definitely want to do a part two because I think there are some other areas I want to touch on, but for now, I'll just keep this short. And if you have any tips about being a soft girl, really relaxing and dropping your shoulders, be sure to leave them in the comments because we will all appreciate it. We're all learning together and we're all growing together on this side of YouTube. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.